Welcome to the carnage.
And welcome back to the carnage, everybody. And today, I swear, you open up TikTok, and the only reason I ever open up TikTok anymore is like, let's see what all the feminists and black women are mad about today. The only reason to open it. And then when you do, you get like 6 months worth of content because you're just like, is this for real? Like, is this really where we're at today? Okay, all right, cool. I got something to make and talk about here. So today we're going to go over why, on one side of the aisle, the feminists are Taylor Swift's a pick me now, and she doesn't stand for the feminist agenda anymore because she's like married to Kelsey and talked about his penis on an album, which is fucking hilarious to me. Not a Taylor Swift fan. I never listened to her music willingly. Everything I've ever heard her sing has been completely against my will. So that's one side. And then the other, apparently she said a line or two in the new album that have all the black women being like, oh, she's a fucking racist conservative hoe bag now. And we tried to tell you this all, years ago, but you didn't want to listen. And it's like they take out these lines that, I mean, only a victim mentality could pick out and be like, this is racist. This is horribly racist, which is funny to me. It's no longer like, mainstream racism, like the KKK or something stupid like that, right? It's like now we have to find our racism, in hidden messages and agendas, right? This is the only way that we can continue to play our victim card all the time. So that's what today video is about. So let's dive in and see if they make a good point on Taylor Swift no longer being a feminist or she's a racist.
She's gonna say yeet or skirt next. I'm not a fan. It's every song.
Does anybody else feel?
So apparently that Wood song is about Travis Kelsey's manhood, I guess. Haven't heard the song, don't know a lyric other than what was just played, but a lot of women are crashing out about it. They're like, why did Taylor Swift make a song about her boyfriend's penis? It's like, Taylor Swift wanted to make a song about her boyfriend's penis. Who cares? She decided to make a song. I'm sure Travis Kelsey's over the moon thrilled, that she sung about his manhood on, on her album. But that has been, I guess, the huge talking point for her no longer being the feminist icon she once was, and now she's a pick-me girl, and she's a conservative because she's getting married and she wants to have babies. So if that makes you conservative, I guess, and no longer a feminist icon, then I guess, yeah, paint her guilty, I suppose.
I feel like Taylor Swift's new album is rage bait because there's absolutely positively no way on planet Earth that could not be rage bait. Like every time I hear, I don't listen to Taylor Swift. She's just not my vibe. But every time I listen to her, like the new album when it pops.
How do you go from I just don't listen to her to every time I listen to her, like fucking pick a lane, lady? Jesus.
Of my algorithm. You guys, it has to be rage bait. There's no way that's not rage bait. Did you girl boss Too Close to the Sun? Who let her release that?
Hey guys, so don't worry at all. The album actually is good. If you haven't been enjoying it, I have some techniques that will allow you to realize how good it is. The first technique is just basic Pavlovian conditioning. I've started eating cake whenever I listen to the album because I love cake. And that way my brain starts to associate positive feelings with the album. And now I'm actually thinking that Cancelled is really badass.
Okay. I wonder how much soy this man has ingested in his life, because dude literally had tears in his eyes, like crying over a Taylor Swift album. That's that's just peak 2025 for us. Just peak.
All day, every day, I'm holding this fork firmly against the inside of my hand so that I get used to just a low level of pain. The only time that I release is when I listen to the album. Now, the second I turn on this album, this wave of relief just rushes over my body. And that's made me think wood is really funny. These are some of the techniques that I've used to enjoy the album because it really is good. It is!
Jesus Christ. Oh man, I really got nothing. I mean, could it possibly be he was just making a skit content to make fun of all the people crying on TikTok? Sure. Do I think that's actually what he was doing? No, I seriously think he was being serious.
It has been really fun to watch the Swifties crash out on the internet over this new album that Taylor Swift just released. And it's not the fact that this is a bad album. I mean, it is inferior to her previous work, both lyrically and musically speaking. And it's not even the fact that she is coming across as a mean girl, insecure, punching down at other artists. What's bothering people, and as it should, is the fact that she's coming across as racist. She's coming across as transphobic. She is essentially serving the Republican agenda in song form, and people are pissed about it, as they should be, as they really should be, because, you know, people are recognizing that she is a brand. This brand has been changing. It's not cool anymore to align with Kamala Harris, to be an ally, to speak on behalf of marginalized communities, to push for people's rights.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, seriously, lady, get the fuck out of here. To assume, right, just because she has more of a grown up, I guess, undertone with this album. I mean, how long did you expect this woman to sit here and make albums for fucking 14-year-old girls and talking about heartbreak and breakup and, you know, a feminist agenda and all these things? Eventually, people grow up, not you, apparently, but some people grow up and their views and ideas change. Their life changes. And there's a good chance that maybe when she met Travis, that, you know, they spent more time together and he got to know Travis's family. From what I understand, she spends a lot of time with the Kelseys, and the Kelseys are a very, you know, everyday modern American family in the sense of, you know, they do have some conservative values, sure. And so maybe that rubbed off on Taylor. And now that she's spent that time, she's seen what that's like, that she's like, you know, this isn't, you know, as horribly bad as I thought it was and everybody else makes it out to be. It's the rest of you crashing out about it that, you know, she's no longer an ally to gay people and she hates transgenders and she's racist. It's fucking hilarious to me, because how you get there from a couple lines in a song, and it's not even she came out and flat out said that. I mean, it can't even, I don't know, it can't be interpreted that way unless you were so far fucking gone in the head and you were so far left liberal that you can't see anything for what it is. Everything to you is racist. Everything to you is homophobic. Everything to you is transphobic. Everything to you is just some fucking conservative agenda to ruin America. It's absolutely fucking insane.
Now, in this political climate, we are looking for people to punch out some white babies and make the street look exactly like them. Straight from her wish list song, right? Or listen to her song Canceled.
Again, that's not what she said at all. She said that she wants to have Travis Kelce's babies and she wants the you know, to street look like them, meaning she wants to have a lot of kids. That's what she was fucking getting at. But they're like, she wants to live in like white suburbia and she wants to take all of the minorities out and like, you know, fucking put them in El Salvador and fill up America with white people. That's not what she said. And the only fucking way to get there is if you yourself see everything through that lens. And apparently this lady does.
I mean, it is really obvious. People are saying she's not political. She says she's not political, but this album is making a very strong political statement. And if you're not getting that, I would very much encourage you to listen to the actual words. They're not deep, but this album is full of microaggressions and statements. And the consumer is just smarter. This is not necessarily going to be great for Taylor Swift. Even though she doesn't care, she's a billionaire. People know that the only power we truly have is how we spend our dollars. So stop buying the shit. Don't listen to the album anymore. Don't buy the multiple versions that she comes out with. Don't go watch the movie. Don't get the merch. Don't go to the concerts. That is when you make a statement. That is when you say, we see you, we hear you. We're not about this. we don't agree with it. And that's how you make your voice heard, right? So be smarter.
So all you're really going to do by doing that is, let's say hypothetically that she is all of a sudden like newfound fucking conservative, and then she starts making music for that side of the aisle. Those people are going to be the ones who are going to embrace her and buy her shit, and fucking, she's going to be like, cool, I'm I'm embraced by a whole new fan base inside of people, and I can make music the way I want to instead of being forced to make, albums for 14-year-old fucking girls. So whatever, you do you, boo.
So I stopped listening to Taylor Swift years ago when I realized that she was mentally still stuck in high school. But in recent years, I did not revisit her music because she likes to date racists. And now she herself is aligning with a white supremacist pipeline and using her music as a tool to continue to perpetuate really nasty and disgusting stereotypes about Black women.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go. So Travis Kelce used to date a black woman, right? And apparently that was his type. He liked black women. And, he decided to date finally a white woman in Taylor Swift. And now he's getting married to this woman. And so all these black women are crashing the fuck out because they're like, he's a fucking racist. He hates black people. Why? Because he quit dating a black woman and is now dating a white woman. That automatically makes him racist, right? Travis Kelce's racist because he's dating Taylor Swift. Get the fuck out of here. This is the dumbest victimhood mentality bullshit I've ever fucking heard in my life. And I've heard a lot. But this is ridiculous. I don't know what the fuck happened, over the last 10 years where you guys have to take every little fucking thing and make it racist. I don't know why, other than you want to be in the spotlight. You want this victim fucking mentality. You want everybody to feel bad for you and everybody to be like, oh, poor baby, she's had a hard life. No, the fuck. Like, this is America. Grab your goddamn fucking pants, pull them up, put your belt on, put your boots on, and go out and fucking do something with your life. Stop being a victim.
Because she's insecure, and therefore the rest of us have to deal with the consequences of the fact that she is dating a man who probably wouldn't date her under any normal circumstances, other than the fact that she happens to be super popular and she is a very wealthy woman. And now people are finally realized now that her math.
Hey, dipshit, Travis Kelce's a goddamn NFL player. He has fucking millions of dollars. He didn't date or want to be with Taylor Swift because she was wealthy and rich. Like, he's fine. He's set. He's good. Okay? Like, he doesn't he doesn't need Taylor's money. I don't know where this came from and why this is like the talking point for all these women. Like, he's dating her because she's wealthy and rich. Dude, he makes millions of fucking dollars playing football. He's literally set for life. Jesus Christ.
Mask is off that she is exactly who we all have been saying she was from the very beginning. And she's been hiding in plain sight for a very long time, pretending to be a feminist, to give a damn about very real issues impacting people who look like her and people who don't look like her. And she's been able to present this image of just being so helpless and being held down, boggled down by the industry, by her team members, by society for not allowing her to speak up and speak out. And instead of other white women holding her accountable, they continue to prop her up, refusing to have any sort of genuine discussion about how toxic and dangerous she is to the lives of all of us, but especially to the women who listen to her music. And now we're going to see the repercussions of that.
Black women do not like Taylor Swift. That arrived as some very shocking news to a lot of people. I'm going to explain to you why that is. We have a Daily Wire, which is called Backstage Live, where me and all the other hosts sit down and we just talk about various subjects, things that are going on in the news, things that are going on culturally. And a clip from Backstage went viral when it got to the discussion regarding Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's romance. And what was really interesting, it really accumulated about 5 million views in less than 24 hours. And what was interesting is the way the internet responded to the clip. There was a very clear racial divide. A lot of course, Swifties, as they call themselves, were very upset. Younger white women, no, she's our queen. But black women were like, no, yes, Taylor Swift is very toxic. So before we get into why black women feel that way, I'll first let you guys listen to that clip from Backstage. Take a listen.
Obviously, if you've seen what she's even done in business and how she tries to manipulate her audiences, like to get out of like deals and contracts. Like, she's totally insane.
Yeah.
Like, she's the most toxic feminist that's ever existed. And what she does is basically the threat is that if she doesn't get what she wants, she writes a song about a guy and then has 15 million girls singing the songs and drops little clues so they know who it's about. I mean, it's totally psychotic if you really think about it. I don't think you appreciate how psychotic that is, that you can't date her for 2 weeks without her writing a song about you. I mean, what she did to John Mayer as well, when he was like, I literally did nothing to her. Like, we went on one date and I didn't deserve this.
You're ruining
And then
this
there's a bunch of like 10-year-old girls whose brains are not developed who then go and attack whoever it is. Like Scooter Braun's family, his young kids literally had to go into hiding and get security because Taylor Swift wanted out of the deal that he legally purchased her catalog of music. Yeah. And she wrote this, you have to go find it on Tumblr, this like glorious rephrasing of basically like, my dad signed a contract, a legally binding contract for me when I was 15. He now has the catalog because he purchased it. And she was just like, you know, as a woman, I sat on the floor and I wrote these songs. And then they tried to kill Scooter Braun's family. And he did nothing wrong other than purchase her catalog. But and he only had it for like 6 months before he let somebody else purchase it. But like, she hated Scooter Braun.
So yes, as I said, this clip went absolutely viral. And when it hit Instagram, a lot of the comments revealed that Black women very much agree with my assessment.
Well, I'm sure that they do, because not trying to like be a dick about Candace Owens. I mean, she is for some people. She's really not for me. I'm so tired of her flip-flopping on every fucking other thing, which is really annoying. It's like, pick a fucking lane and stick to it. But no, it's saying that Taylor Swift is the most toxic feminist to ever exist. I find that absolutely funny, because I can name about 3 off the top of my head. I could give you 2 waking up in a fucking drunken stupor. Okay, that are highly, highly more toxic than Taylor Swift is. And this is coming from somebody who's not even a Taylor Swift fan. Again, I don't listen to her music. I never listen to anything of hers willingly. Everything I've ever heard has been unwilling. And do I like her music? No, it's not for me. It's not my bag. It's not my cup of tea. But for Black women to just automatically glob on to Taylor Swift, well, she's talking to white women. How dare? Could you imagine if the foot, you know, the shoe was on the other foot, and we were like, oh my God, you know, Rihanna is so toxic, you know, because she started dating a fucking mumble rapper, and now she's, you know, ghettoing it up. Oh my God, she's horrible. You know, could you imagine the backlash there would be for a statement like that if white people said that shit? It would absolutely go nuts.
Black women about to get mad at me, but I don't care. In 2025, we see all these complaints about racism, how unfair it is. It's unjust, yada, 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 white man this, white woman that. But you get online and see Black women mad at Travis Kelce for getting engaged to Taylor Swift. What the hell is going on? Y'all mad at a white man for leaving a Black woman and getting engaged to a white woman. What the hell is wrong with y'all? Never in my life did I think I would see something like this. Now let's reverse the roles. Imagine... I can't even say this shit with a straight face. Imagine Black men getting mad at a white woman for leaving a Black man and getting engaged to a white man. Oh man, Black women will be on here tearing us apart, calling us all types of coons and Sambos, Uncle Toms, and all this shit. The Black woman is the most hated woman in the country. We the most hated. You don't know the struggle of a Black woman. That shit would go crazy. And I'm saying this as a Black man who dates Black women. But I don't want to hear shit else about who Black men decide to date. Right, Black man, do what you want to do. Because they worship white men. It's clear as day. They really mad. They posting the girl, Kayla Nicole, all over the internet. She bad. She fine. How could you leave this and get engaged to that? How could you do... Shut the fuck up. You can't make this shit up.
Exactly. He's absolutely right. And it's true. They all are so upset with Travis Kelce, you know, breaking up with a Black woman. And then it's not like he instantly, like, you know, the next day was like, hey, Taylor, you know, what's up, girl? Like, that's not how any of that fucking went down, right? So they broke up. And if you read the story, it was more or less mutual, right? It was a mutual breakup. And so he gets with Taylor, and all these Black women are just so fucking mad that happened, that he's automatically racist because he's now engaged to a white woman, a white guy, right? It's like, how dare you date your own race, you mother... It's so bad.
Maybe it's just me, but I feel like Taylor Swift's new song is giving microaggression towards black women. But I don't know. What do y'all think?
See, there you go. They took that line and they're like, "Oh my god!" And then you have all these like fucking to do white women being like, "When black women say something's racist, you should listen." I did listen. I don't see anything racist about that at all. Okay, I could understand if she had a consistent backlog of microaggression, racist comments towards black women, which she doesn't. Okay, she doesn't. So you take one line from an entire album, and it's like you get that thrown in the face, and then like, well, what about the song about Travis Kelsey's penis? It's like fucking seriously, dude. Like you're just trying to find reasons, and you're trying to find anything you possibly can to turn this around, and it's so fucking stupid.
I am like appalled and disgusted and so frustrated and so disappointed in Taylor Swift. And
all right, I'll say the controversial thing that no one else wants to say. Taylor Swift is in her moderate, right-leaning sports boy era, and all the Swifties are in denial about it this week. Because they keep forgetting something very important. Taylor Swift is not an activist. Her name and brand is a billion-dollar corporation, and she has always acted in the interest of that corporation. Right now, unfortunately, coming out and standing with the left is not what is popular. And I want to be clear, I listen to some of Taylor Swift's music. I am not a Taylor Swift hater. I am just realistic about who she is. I've made this video a million times, so let's dive into it again. I also want to make it clear that there are valid criticisms of Taylor Swift, and then there's like, get out of here, you just want to be a hater. Fans are upset about a number of things this week. For starters, she was seen cuddling up with Brittany Mahomes, who is a huge right-winger. And as always, she has been completely silent on everything that's been going on in the news.
Again, Travis Kelsey plays for the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes plays for the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelsey are best friends in real life. They're also teammates. So wouldn't it like strike to reason that they're fucking girlfriends, fiancés, wives at this point would also become close since they spend so much time together? Gee, I wonder if that's what it is and not that, she's becoming a massive right winger.
A lot of them are also upset about her style choices recently, saying that since she got with Travis Kelsey, her clothes have been worse. And from what I've noticed, she's one of those girls who kind of just like matches what her boyfriend is doing. And right now she's dating an athlete. She's hanging out with a lot of people on the right, so her style is going to mimic that. And I'm not saying she's a bad person. She still does do good. She donates to charity, but she often is like the last person to speak on topics, and she only really speaks on them when they affect her, which is essentially one of the definitions of white feminism. And you'll see her do this a lot in her earlier career when she would only really touch on feminism when weaponizing it to defend herself from critics, which I'm not saying was wrong. Usually the critics were misogynistic and wrong still. Her fans like to claim that she's one of the only ethical billionaires, but there's a lot of arguments to be made about that, from her flight patterns to the excessive amount of merch she sells. When she was under controversy for dating Maddie Healy, who had made some, let's say, questionable comments about rapper Ice Spice, suddenly Taylor Swift became besties with Ice Spice. And there's the AI-generated images, which have been very harmful to women and children for many years, but she stepped in suddenly when it started affecting her. After there was a lot of controversy about her never speaking up on things, she released a documentary essentially infantilizing herself as if she doesn't have access to her own social medias, so her team weren't allowing her to speak up. And following her previous patterns, she remained silent on politics until there was a lot of controversy that she might be on the right, so she waited till the last second to announce her support for Kamala this fall.
Again, it's just stupid. There's like, this one woman, she needs to do everything that we want her to do, and if she doesn't do what we want her to do, she's a horrible person. That's not how the world works, people. I know. Your left-thinking brain makes you think that you have to live within this fucking echo chamber of bullshit, and that if anything doesn't align with every little fucking stupid tidbit rule that you have for life, that it's just automatically a negative. It's bad. It's it's misogynistic. It's racist. It's stupid is what it is. And that's why the rest of us, okay, again, I'm not a conservative myself. I'm a moderate, but the rest of us, including moderates, are looking at the left and laughing at you because you're all fucking crazy. You're all insane, lost your shit. You live in this fucking fantasy world and you want all of us to live there with you, and we're never going to. So just give it up.
Now, am I saying this makes her a bad person? No, I think she's still pretty much nets positive because she does do a lot of good. But you'll notice a lot of the good that she does is still a very neutral stance, like donating to food shelves or registering people to vote at her concerts. She's still doing good, but that does not make her an activist. So when she stays silent on issues in controversial times, it's not shocking or surprising to me. She's been pretty vocal about who she is. You just have to pay attention. She's never once called herself an activist.
We got black women mad at Taylor Swift because she used the word bad bitch and savage. I'm going to say something to most of y'all. You bitches is not bad. About 90% of y'all who done made these videos about the song, I swear, y'all are negative fucking nines. And the one bitch who made the I'm not a black bitch, I don't got fat ass, all that goofy shit, bitch, you ugly too and fucking fat. Stop it. It's not funny. Y'all, this is what it is. Let me tell you what it really is with this whole Taylor Swift and Kayla Nicole shit is. Y'all are mad and jealous because she represents, what y'all are not, the beauty standard. That's what it is.
I mean, you see, and they got the audacity, right? They're like, Taylor Swift's a racist. Then they make this racist shit, right? It's like the double standard here. The hypocrisy is so fucking thick in the air that you got to laugh at it. Like, do you not realize that you saying what you're saying right now is not only more racist, because what Taylor Swift said wasn't even racist. It was interpreted as racist. But what you're saying here, watching Swifties crash out because Taylor's new album is the ultimate symbol of white mediocrity. Could you imagine a white person saying that shit about Rihanna? You know, like watching all of these black people freak the fuck out because Rihanna's new album is the symbol of black mediocrity and fucking being ghetto fabulous. Do you have any idea the backlash would happen to that shit? It's like I live in a country that is nothing but two-faced and fucking double standards across the board. I, from one, am tired of it. So I'm sorry if what I say hurts your fucking feelings or it's a controversial thing to say. I'm done. I'm tired of it. Call me what you want. Oh, this guy's a racist. He's a fucking misogynistic, blah, blah, blah. Don't care. Don't care. I really don't care. And there you go. So what do you guys think? Is Taylor Swift a racist? Is she now a pick-me girl because she decided to release an album and get engaged to Travis Kelce, who, from what I can tell, like, coming from somebody who hates the Kansas City Chiefs with a fucking passion, okay, I'm just going to say, my favorite team is in the AFC West, all right? And I cannot stand the Kansas City Chiefs. I haven't seen anything from Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift to make me think that they're not in love and that they're not a happy couple and that they're just trying to fucking live their life. And of course, you know, this comes with being in the public eye. You're always going to have this, you know, bullshit going on in the background, people saying stuff about you. I mean, and I guarantee you it doesn't affect most people in the public because they're like, I'm used to this. I really don't care. Just like I said a few minutes ago, I get called everything under the sun and I don't care. I know what I am. I know what I'm not. And I see what the world has become and I just don't want any part of it. I feel that everything nowadays is just made to make certain groups fucking victims and we're all supposed to play the small violin for them. And we're all supposed to be like, I'm so sorry that, you know, that my existence makes your life fucking hard. Nope, not going to do that. Sorry. But tell me what you guys think. Is Taylor Swift a racist and a pick me now just because, you know, she decided to go on with her life and grow up a little bit? I don't think so. Anyways, that's all I got. See y'all in the next video.